Hi everybody, I'm Papa Jester of 3D Printing the Miniature Universe and Cookies 3D Shop on Etsy. This isn't my usual video rambling on about stuff I've created. This is more a video explaining where I'm going from here. So I have several different ideas. My latest one has been I'm going to start manufacturing more props, like this plasma pistol for 40K. Kind of proud I made my own insignia. This is for Rolling Thunder, hence, Gypsy Thunder. And kudos to the craftsman that made this. This is a one-of-a-kind thunder wheel. On top of plasma pistols, I'm going to make holocrons for my Sith brethren. Face masks. Halloween now. Or maybe you're just tired of your simple old COVID mask and just want something to make everybody else around you go, huh? This one I like. It's simple, but gets the point across. I even made it with a bony goatee, so I can stroke my bone. But also on top of manufacturing props, like that beautiful Stormtrooper helmet I did. I know, it's not perfect, but it was my first attempt, and I've learned a lot from doing it. Like, the first thing is, I'm going to use Bondo for the outside and sand it down the next time I make a helmet. I am not using... Don't worry about it. It was a terrible idea, and I promise never to use it again. But I'm going to try my best to maintain a shooting schedule where I at least air one new episode a week. My life is still very busy. I have medical issues to deal with. As you can see, I'm trying to change being overweight. I have a wonderful diet. I have a dietitian that I work with to start losing the weight. So far, it's been 3 months, and given my lack of physical ability, I've still managed to drop a total of 25 pounds. Even literally sitting on my butt. In the future, I have a surgery with I can never remember the type of doctor it is, but it's the one that does the stomach bypass or lap bands, which I want to get. Because I don't want something permanent, because eventually I do want to return to the SCA, strap on armor, and fight again. It's my hope that I can at least return to the field for the next 5 years, maybe. I'm pretty sure with the condition of my body and my age, I will only be able to fight to 60. And considering everything I have to do to get back to that point, I figure I might be back on the field fighting by the time I'm 55. It has been a long and hard life for me. I've lived couch surfing. I've lived on the streets. I've rode for motorcycle clubs, and I've not been the most law-abiding individual. And In results, I have led a very hard life. And I've taken a lot of hits, both physically and mentally. I've had people that I cared dearly about die. I've had friends disappear, never to come back. So, I have a lot going on in my life. One of those things is, I want to get bigger on YouTube. I want to be able to talk to all of you, share with you what's going on in my life, and the hobbies I enjoy. One of them is 3D printing. It started out that I wanted to engage in 3D printing, so I had the ability to make miniatures for my friends and build new and unique models for my 40K armies. Well, that aspect has kind of changed here recently. I'm not really able to play with my friends anymore because of the physical issues and the disabling effects that they give to me. It's kind of hard to play a game of miniatures when you can't walk around the table and move your miniatures. Another thing I'm looking forward to doing again is playing 40K. I have a very nice Chaos Space Marine army, Orc army, Imperial Guard army, and Indominus. If I ever crack open the Indominus box set, I plan on building a Necron army. It's one of the few armies I haven't had the opportunity to play with yet. And since I have a resin printer that I almost hardly have ever used, I can make detailed models. Like this little guy. I made him for my Imperial Guard army. I want to make a unit of Death World troopers. But on top of all that, I want to do a gaming channel too. I've already secured a new email, a new channel, and now I'm working on trying to figure out what exactly I want to put on that gaming channel. Of course, I want to stream Destiny, and I want to stream MechWarrior Online. Those are two of my personal favorite games. They're not the newest of games, but they're favorites of mine. Being a big mech head, I love just about everything Battletech. MechWarrior 5 has kind of been a little bit disappointing. And the new Mech Commander game, Battletech, my one major gripe with it is you can only have 4 mechs in your unit. Yet the game throws the equivalent of a company at you in the course of a mission. Not a campaign, but a mission. And you have to somehow maintain your 4 mechs, and you don't start off with any heavy mechs or assault mechs. Your biggest one is a very light medium mech. And that's pretty much all you get for a while. But somehow, you're supposed to make it work. Now, I've seen people play this game, and they do. Just after so many years playing tabletop Battletech, you don't use a lance of mechs to square off against a company for any length of time, especially in one engagement. So I was thinking of doing 76 or RD2, Red Dead Redemption 2. They have a online, which I'm kind of having issues with trying to get into. It's something to do with software, but what isn't? It's always a software issue. I'm thinking about doing PUBG, maybe Fortnite. I know it's an older game, but I do want to try Overwatch. It looks pretty. It's still an interesting game as far as I'm concerned. I want to do games like maybe Star Citizen. Seems like a good one. Of course, if you have any online games, any MMORPGs that you think I might enjoy, I love sci-fi. I love open world. Roleplay is kind of cool, but not the big thing. I really like a world where I can explore, either do the main quest line or not. I have in the past enjoyed Knights of the Old Republic, but it's lost its shine. I'm just not a big fan of the way they do business with free accounts as opposed to premium accounts. See, one of the things I loved about Star Wars Galaxies by Sony, and up until I stopped paying for my Knights of the Old Republic account, was... Okay, so my old guild used to constantly get on to me for my shopping habits. I was well known in my guild, the militant support arm of the Tempestresses. They were an all-female guild. All of them. You had to sign in through voice chat and verify that you are an actual female playing a female account. Well, there were plenty of support guilds, like I was actually a part of a French guild. It was kind of unusual trying to do raids because half spoke French, half spoke kind of French. Most of them understood some English. And my commander was a French officer in their military, and he played Star Wars Galaxies. I lost track of him once he was deployed to, I think, Iraq. I guess if you're fighting a war, you can't really be online all that much. But we were an allied guild with the Temptresses, and eventually they incorporated in our company into the main Temptresses as their militant support arm. Basically, we were shock troops. A lot of us were commandos, scouts, bounty hunters, and a lot of Terracossi masters. So we rolled up into a party and we tanked and beat the crap out of everything, while the Temptresses usually shot at some stuff, danced to do mind buffs, or healed us and did doctor buffs. It was a really cool arrangement. But I digress. I had a reputation in my guild for shopping in the middle of a raid. But, to my credit, I was always able to find the lowest price for materials that the guild needed. Like, take for example iron ore. You'd sell a brick of iron ore, 1,000k of iron ore, for like 5 credits a pop. Well, I would travel from planet to planet and spend hours on end searching the ridiculous amount of vendor bazaars and vendors in Galaxies were all player driven. All of them. There were no NPC vendors except for the bank. And that was really actually just an auction house. It's what I really loved about Star Wars Galaxies and also hated about Star Wars Galaxies. The economy was strictly player driven. I loved it. It made marketing and business tactics really, really successful in the game. Proper marketing, you like there was a famous weapons maker. I think his name was Cal something. And everybody wanted his weapons. Everybody. There was even a big draw for people to buy as much of his weaponry as they could and then pay to transfer their character to another server just to sell his wares at a ridiculous premium. That's how much this guy, his weapons were wanted, because he spent the time to scour the galaxy for the absolute best resources and components and make them into his weapons. And it showed. It showed. One of his weapons always was 100 to 200 points more damage than anything else you could find anywhere. And it was because of people like me that shopped for the rare, good, or cheap materials that funded a guild that allowed our craftsmen to make stuff even close to that. So, I was a very big asset to my guild as far as shopping goes. But, I would get distracted and so many garments, and it just got worse once they started allowing garments to have bonus abilities. Playing Garby Doll took on a whole new meaning when you could get buffs and benefits from a piece of garment. But then you gotta find the right buffs with the right color, with the right style that matches the shoes. Shut up and do not shop like a girl. I have never spent... Okay, online doesn't count. In a game doesn't count. I don't care. Shopping for shoes for 3 hours is a minimal thing when you're talking about having to accessorize properly with proper buffs. And it had to look cool. So, I liked the market. I liked manipulating the market. I loved being able to snatch up everything that was of low cost, take it all off the main bank bazaar, and then repost it for a credit or two higher and just make bank. I even went so far as I would discredit other major sellers that were trying to make money on the server by placing the same quality material for a few credits less. Everybody'd start buying from me and totally ignore these other people. And after a while, I just inched the credits back up again and I'd get repeat sales. And people would ignore these other guys. Because you can control a player-driven market by simply just posting something a few credits less. Because, of course, everybody's going to look for the bargain and start buying from you. And even though you take a hit of 1 or 2 credits a unit, when you're selling 50 or 60 units, it doesn't really matter all that much. And I had the same love of that in Knights of the Old Republic. Problem is, unlike Star Wars Galaxies, if you're not playing and paying, your bank is limited to only 200,000 to 300,000 at the time. I've since heard they raised it to 500 grand. But when you have stuff on market that sells for 1 or 2 million, you can't do anything. And you say, well, just hold it all on your character. It doesn't work like that. They have a limit on how much credit you can hold on your character, as well as in your bank. So, yeah. And if you think, bank materials and then sell them when you need the money, well, you can do that too. But once it goes over 500,000 credits, you have to pay in-game money, which is real money, to have the privilege of taking the excess money out of your account so you can buy something. And after paying thousands of dollars in monthly subscriptions to Galaxies and have Sony just crap on us at the end, I refuse to pay to play anymore. I refuse. That's why I love the market that said, okay, we're going to do everything free to play. But you got to pay to get these perks and this content. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You just want me to pay to have that content? That's why I like Destiny so much. It's like, hey, the game's totally free to play. But if you want to play the Season Pass, or you want to play this latest update that we've done, you have to pay a one-time fee. And then it's good. You don't have to pay for a subscription. So I'm like, I love it. But not every game works like that. So these are the kind of games that, I want to stream. I'm kind of picky about the games I play. I know World of Warcraft is a great one, but I can't stand fantasy because of EverQuest. EverQuest was one of the first MMORPGs, and I can't stand it. I just cannot stand fantasy, but it's so hard to find a good sci-fi MMORPG. I take, for example, it's the one on Steam that is kind of like Destiny, but you have different armors that you can play. I can't remember the name of it. I really can't. But it's a cool game. I just really don't like the look of it. I really don't. But it is immense. They have a lot of space to explore, and it's completely free. I just don't like the look. I know, I'm hard to please. But if you have any ideas, please comment, tell me, let me know. I'm always looking for a new game to play, because if I'm not printing or making my new toys, I'm actually working on a lasgun right now, because my first cosplay that I want to show off is I want to cosplay a 40k Death World Trooper. I already got the mask. I am trying to work on a helmet. So far I got a German Mark II helmet that I can print up, but it's not exactly the same style of the helmet that the Death World Troopers use. I think they use more like what the French had. I think it was the French during World War I. It's almost kind of boxy, but it kind of looks like a German Mark II. But anyways, I'm going to go with a German Mark II and try to mock it up. to look more like Death World Trooper. I still don't know where to source the coat that I need. It's got to be a military lawn coat. I've got the web gear, got the ammo packs, and I'll be printing up the las gun. I've got the plasma pistol. I'll need to stitch up a holster. I've got plenty of straps for rifle slings. One of the good things of actually at one time being a shop that sold firearms, I got a lot of accessories laying around. But yeah, getting back to the topic at hand. The other channel I want to do live streaming games on. And my 3D printing the miniature universe channel, I want to make props on. And of course, you know, models here and there. I find stuff on Thingiverse every time that I want to print up and I want to show off and I want to say, hey, check this out. The idea I originally had for 3D printing was I wanted to print up models that I would find on Thingiverse and then explain how you made these models. Because nobody does that. They put all these great designs on there, but they never once explain to you how it all goes together. Like, I really wish there had been a demo for the Warlord Titan that was on Thingiverse. If you're still looking for that, if you go to, I believe my screen name is Cookie411. I've got a copy of the original file in my favorites. But I just wish somebody had been around to tell me, okay, this is how it goes together. Because it's assumed that you have bought the original kit, so you pretty much should know where everything goes. Like, if you were to hand me, say, a Leman Russ or a Shadow Sword, well, I've had both kits, I've assembled multiples of them, and I pretty much know where everything goes. But if you were to hand me, say, a Reaver Titan and say, here, assemble this, I'm like, do you have some instructions so I can look at it? Nope. Okay, well, I'll do my best. So, that's what I originally intended 3D printing to be, but now it's turned into just all over the place, from rants about FedEx and Walmart. Yeah. Order groceries from Walmart, you might get half your order. They tell you, hey, you've got until this hour to make any substitutions. Oh, okay. 3 or 4 hours after the deadline, oh, hey, this is stuff we couldn't find, and these are the 2 substitutions we made. We need to have you approve these. Well, if all of this stuff is out of stock, let me order something else. Oh, no, your order's already prepared. Order from Publix. Instacart started taking food stamps now. Order from Publix. Their service is way better. Way better. The only problem I have with Publix is they don't carry Full Throttle. And if you've watched this channel, you know Full Throttle is nectar of the gods. Love this stuff. Love it. Well, anyways, that's basically what I wanted to get off my chest this time. give you a direction of hopefully what I'll be doing in the future, and so you know what you want to watch and follow along and enjoy the journey. Also, I know I waited until last, but I just now remembered it. I want to thank everybody that's subscribed to my channel. Woohoo! I'm up to 30 subscribers now. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you very much. And please remember to like, and if you're new, subscribe to my channel. Especially if you just like to hear me ramble on about my adventures through the course of my weird life, or just want to hear about whatever project I'm working on. Or in the future, tune into my To Be Made Gaming channel. We'll sit down, do some games, have a little chit chat, have some fun, pop some popcorn. Also, remember to check out my friends, 13 Star Gaming. Good guy. He's also on TikTok. Amber the Pink on TikTok. And, well, remember, have fun printing. Print whatever you want. But most of all, enjoy making some models and some minis. I love you all. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for subscribing. And have a wonderful day. Or night. Because some of us are night owls. Alright. See ya!